This here beside me is a D16Y8 that's going in the Ice Racer. When I drove the SI before pulling the motor, the clutch seemed to slip a little bit. So I figured I might as well buy a new one and do it while it's out of the car. I have the clutch part and trans off the motor. I might as well change the flywheel. And that's a dangerous game because the might as well leads to a lot of extra money. I didn't need to buy this flywheel. At least I don't think I needed to. But I think it'll be more fun having a light and flywheel. For this video, I wanted to see if Chat GPT could guide me through this process. I've never done a clutch or changed the transmission on anything other than an automatic. So opening this up will be new for me, and I'm going to take you guys along for the ride. I'm going to be wearing Ray-Ban Metas for majority of it to get the POV content for taking this apart and showing you guys what I'm doing. So I'll put those on and catch up with you once I start taking this apart. So the prompt I'm going to give Chat GPT is give me a step-by-step process for changing the clutch and flywheel on my D16Y8. I have the engine and trans out of the car and on a pallet. While Chat GPT tries to load, I got a couple of stickers to go on the shop fridge. First step here is stabilize the engine, make sure it can't roll and the flywheel side is accessible. I'm going to actually pull the ratchet strap off and pull the transmission off the pallet. That way when I do pull it off, I have room to drop it, because currently it is resting on the pallet. First is the slave cylinder, and it did get it right for the size. Bell housing bolts, it is a 17. And that would have been the last one. So Chat GPT did not specify that the starter needs to come unbolted. I'm actually going to leave these in the starter so I remember. But, let me turn this back on. Hands should now be ready to come off. And wish me luck. Bolts I missed. There we go. Trans is now off. Would you look at that now? I don't have a transmission on the motor anymore. So, for step 1, or 2 I guess, Chat GPT did well, but it didn't specify very well. Because it told me I had to get all the bell housing bolts. It didn't tell me how many or the size of the bolt. So I'm not gonna keep proper track, but knock some points down for that. Remove all 6 pressure plate bolts, 12 millimeter. Remove pressure plate, clutch disc. So I'm gonna do that. I gotta get to work soon, but we'll get this off and continue on for the next step. It being 19 foot-pound, I should be able to do it fine with just the M12 ratchet. Chat GPT has lied again. It said it was 12 millimeter bolts, but they're actually 10, And I'm going to use a wrench for now, and then I'll go grab sockets after I figure out what size the 12 points for the flywheel are. Before all the comments come in, say hit it with your purse. It's still cold out here. That heater doesn't seem to be doing a whole lot, but it isn't properly sealed in here yet. I still got big gaps on the door, and I'm probably losing most of my heat out of there. Well, I'll get back to you guys once I have the rest of these knocked loose. So take the last bolt out here. There we go. We got the clutch and pressure plate off. As previously mentioned, Chat GPT said that they were 6 12 mil bolts, but they ended up being 10 mil, and Chat GPT also didn't mention that they are 12 point. But now that this is off, flywheel's next, and I gotta figure out what size that is. I might actually have a socket for these. Fingers crossed. But I had to reset the prompt on ChatGPT. But next up we have remove flywheel. Quantity 8. That is wrong. Head size 14. That is also wrong. So if you look, 17. That's the right size. But for removal, it does seem right. Lock flywheel with a holder or a pry bar. I'm going to be using a pry bar. And brake bolts loose. Okay, so that's the next step I'm going to take. Nice. Very nice. Made in Taiwan. That's lovely. I guess I gotta go find another socket. That's something. Oh, I'm bummed about that. So Raiden came by, he brought me food, but I found an 11/16 that's scary, but it'll fit. And that felt like it cracked loose. Yep. I ain't paying for Chat GPT, dude.
Oh, maybe we'll get smarter, I don't know.
Want my money for advice that is useless.
It's gonna use your advice. It's gonna fucking scam you.
The only thing I think it might be useful for in this process is the torque specs, but I'm still gonna look them up separately because I don't trust anything that ChatGPT has said. Yeah, so, well, I mean, it had right. It told me to remove all the bell housing bolts.
Yeah.
Didn't tell me how many.
Yeah.
It didn't tell me what sizes they were,
Yeah.
where they were. Didn't tell me to pull the starter off.
They didn't even blind me.
So it's not been a whole lot of help in all honesty.
Yeah. Well, I don't know.
I am excited to see how heavy this flywheel is, though. Holy fuck! Yeah.
The shit seems kind of heavy, not gonna lie, man.
Yeah, that... It's not light.
5 pounds?
Haha.
Higher?
Pick it up.
Do you think? No, but I'm not getting my hands dirty. I promise this to myself. Every time I come here, I always get dirty. Okay, actually, real question. What would Chat GPT say? How much does that weigh? You think? Maybe like 3 pounds.
Huh?
Maybe. I want to say 3 pounds.
No, that's like fucking...
I don't know. You're on your knees, though.
My guess is that's probably about 15 pounds.
15 pounds? We'll go with your answer. Somewhere breaking in. The goddamn window.
Yeah, that's considerably heavier than the one I bought.
Is it a performance one?
Lighter flywheel puts less drag or less rotational mass on the crank, makes it rev faster.
Yeah. I think I know what that means. Lighter means good.
Not always good though, it's more fragile.
True.
But that's a problem for hopefully I don't have to deal with.
How heavy is this thing?
Ooh. Probably about,
Heavier than that?
yeah. Fuck, I don't got a rear main seal.
What is that?
This right here.